There really isn't anything better than making video games, in my opinion. You see that smile on their face or the awe that they have, and you know that you've just delivered happiness to a person. That is so rewarding and absolutely one of the best experiences and what drives me to make more video games every day. My name is Jesse Houston. I'm the CEO here at Phoenix Labs. Other than making coffee, I'm also responsible for the creative vision on Dauntless. Dauntless is a game about coming together, being a badass with your friends, fighting these majestic behemoths in a science fantasy world. And it's all about a kind of a cooperative experience where you and your friends come together and do bigger things than you'd otherwise be able to. Making games is a really interesting problem set. It's super hard and it requires a really vibrant community of developers to come together. It requires artists, it requires engineers, it requires producers, it requires designers. Phoenix Labs alone, we have 23 different disciplines of folks that work every day towards building Dauntless.
Some of the best parts of my career so far have been the sense of community and the sense of working as a team and working together towards a goal. Everyone is very supportive of each other all the time. People are very eager to hop on board and help with whatever they can.
Every studio builds video games differently. Here at Phoenix Labs, we have a very kind of iterative approach. So a small group of folks come together at the beginning and come up with kind of an idea, and then we start to try and prototype it. So a few more folks get involved, and we try and make it, so we try to understand what the core loop of the game is and what like that first little moment and what's the hook. So like in the case of Dauntless, like how does it feel to hit a monster? And so, you know, we always want that to feel great. And then we keep building a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And, you know, so next thing you know, you've got some animators involved and you've got some programmers and you've got some character artists. And then we, you know, throw some more design on it. And then we want to understand what progression looks like. And so each layer is kind of like an onion and we keep just adding more and more onto it.
I think with the games industry as a whole, I've actually been very surprised in how passionate people are about their projects. They're very driven to make something the best that they can. And they're very particular about what they're making. And there's a lot of passion and drive in terms of making something for someone else. Working at Phoenix, everyone works towards the same goal.
One of the really cool things about game development today is getting into games has never been more straightforward. There's a lot of really great software out there for kind of all of the major disciplines to start practicing with. You know, you can grab Unity or Unreal free on the internet today, and that'll give you, you know, if you're an engineer, that gives you a really good swing at it. As an artist, you can use like Krita if you want to start learning to kind of do some of the more illustrative methods. There's a ton of different 3D software out there like Blender that is super full featured and can do everything that, you know, the commercial packages can do now. So like, you know, between Blender and Krita and Photoshop and Unreal or Unity, you've got the whole host of packages right there. So one of the cool parts about getting a job in the games industry is we're always on the bleeding edge, from technology and how we implement things and AI and that kind of stuff, through to kind of how do we push our mediums and our art styles and looking at new mediums. You know, VR, for example, we're the first to go into VR. We're some of the biggest players in AI right now. The challenges around user experience and design are some of the most interesting. Those skills are also super transferable. And, you know, you're also getting to do just the newest stuff while being able to also see really viscerally how it impacts your customer. You know, if you're building shoes, for example, you may not see your players wearing, or the people wearing the shoes, whereas in video games, like, you just got to turn on Twitch and you're going to see somebody playing your game and they're going to have an opinion, they're going to have a very emotional reaction, and that's so awesome.